Hello, friend. Thank you so much for checking out our podcast. You have clicked on Jill's conversation with Selena Gomez. Any insight you can give on this conversation, Jillian?
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
I know, it's your first podcast intro.
Am I supposed to say, like, what we talked about?
I mean, have you never heard our podcast intro before?
It was really fun. We were in a hotel room, just in a suite, just me and Heather and the camera guy and Selena. It was really weird, but also really fun. She's so sweet and she's so smart.
What'd you talk about?
I don't remember.
Well, you're going to have to listen to the interview because Jill doesn't remember, but she knows it was good. Enjoy this. It's Selena and Jill hanging out together in a hotel room while Heather watches.
Zach Sang in the Gang. Zach Sang in the Gang radio show.
The Zach Sang in the Gang radio show.
I'd be a great baby daddy. I'm just saying.
I don't think people understand this is a punishment.
Great. Why would you not want to be a part of this?
What?
People in nice cars can't fart?
What did I do?
I'm gonna vomit.
Jill Gedowitz for What's Fun, here with the wonderful Selena Gomez. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Should I hold it? No? Okay. I'm good. I'm hanging out. We're going to have story time. Me and you.
Cool. So I want to talk about Revival. You have like a totally new sound on this album. I want to know, like, how did you figure out what direction you wanted to go with this album and figure out that new sound?
It's really interesting because I still feel like it's kind of still being discovered. I'm not even sure what. I feel like I went into the intention of just wanting it to be something that was authentic. So I didn't know what that would sound like, and putting it all together and working with people and learning and being in control of it while also losing control and not knowing what I was going to do. So I feel like it's a good start. But to be honest, I think there's so much more that I can tap into, and it's exciting. So Revival's a good step in that direction.
So do you feel like you haven't like fully found your sound as an artist yet? Like you think it's still going to develop and such?
I think I have a distinct voice in my field now, which is great. So I feel like I do have a sound, but I'm kind of figuring out what it's gonna feel like forever.
Cool. So I heard, legend has it, that for this album, you took a bunch of writers and producers into a house for like a bunch of days and you just created, right?
Yes.
So I heard that Rihanna actually did the same thing for Anti. Do you think that this is like what's the benefit of doing it this way? Do you think this is like the new way to create music?
Well, that's how people created music. You were in these iconic studios, but there was so many great albums from Janet to, I mean, anyone that you like. I remember Pharrell did it too, and one of my favorite albums he ever did. It was just getting out of that place, getting out of, okay, we're gonna have a camp, here's all the people you're gonna work with, and we're gonna give you a hit. You could do that actually works, of course, but I wanted to kind of find the heart of the album and what I wanted to say by being removed out of those situations, which we did. So we went to Mexico. It was great.
Sounds great. You probably got a tan too. So what's your favorite part of the writing and producing part of that? Like, what was your favorite part of that trip?
Learning, because there's so much that I still don't know. I've been doing it for so long and kind of figuring it out. Now being on my own a little bit more, I have to step up to the plate, which is cool and overwhelming sometimes, but that's the point. It's cool.
Do you think that you would ever, I mean, speaking of Rihanna, she just dropped an album and it kind of was like out of nowhere. I mean, we knew it was coming. Yeah.
I love Consideration. What other ones do you like? I loved
Desperado.
Needed Me. Go to yours now. Go to the next one.
There was one that I totally forgot the name of.
See? Keep going with me. Love on the...
I just love Desperado.
See, come on. Love on the...
Have you heard Desperado?
Yes, Desperado.
Desperado.
Quizzing on Rihanna.
So I wanted to know, her and Beyonce have been doing this thing where they just like drop a surprise album. Do you think, like with no album promo, do you think that you would ever do something like that?
I think it's got to be sort of a positioning thing. You have to create whatever it is you want to create and how you're going to do it. They're at the place in their lives and career where they can do that. And I think it's amazing. I've been obsessed with everything they've been releasing. I don't know. Never say never, I guess.
Yeah. Cool. So we just talked to Charlie Puth last week, and yeah, he had rave reviews. Did you like working with him?
I did, yeah. What's so great is I love meeting good people organically. That's why it kind of happens, and that's where good things kind of create, and you can be together and not have it be corporate and we're meeting through business. We met just, at a group thing, and then we stayed in touch, and then he kind of got to know me, knows my story, and we ended up just working together. It was fun.
Cool. Is it true that you guys recorded We Don't Talk Anymore in a closet?
Correct. Yes. He wasn't even his house, which is even more awkward. I was like, wonder what girls he's dating. And I'm like, this is not his closet. But it was cool. It was actually really, it was fun.
Cool. So I want to talk a little bit about social media because I know that it's like so huge right now. It can be like make or break. It's kind of fun, also kind of terrible. Do you like social media? Like, do you read through Twitter and Instagram and whatnot?
It's just so crazy how it starts someone's day and it ends someone's day. That's a very powerful thing. I have been so intoxicatedly in love with social media, and then I'm like, what am I doing? This is not actually real. So it's fun to be able to connect with people, and I find awesome tips for what I could cook in 15 seconds and things like that, which is awesome. But it's just so, I just don't like investing real emotions in it. And I think people tend to do that, and it's really dangerous to do that. Yeah.
Whose career do you really admire right now?
Right now, I love some Jen Law. I love Jennifer Lawrence. J-Law, all her nicknames. I just think it's cool because she's very honest and loves what she does, and I like how she carries herself. Yeah.
I mean, you have so many cool friends right now, like Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, Paul Rudd. I feel like you're all over.
I know, but it's so cool because they're all people that I geek out over all the time. So even when I'm just around them, it's nice to be able to, I love being around people that I can learn from. Wisdom is the best, and you learn that through getting to talk to people like that. I'm very lucky.
Did you like working on The Big Short?
I did. It was fun and quick, and I thought I'd be nervous because when they sent me the script at first, I was reading this going, what on earth am I talking about? And then it was cool to kind of see that story being told. It was a very important message, and I was honored to be a part of it.
Awesome. So where do you think you are, like, in your life right now? Like, are you career focused, family focused? Like, what's it like inside your head?
I think I'm in a really cool place where it's a great balance of both. I have had so much fun with my friends and getting to surround myself with good people who are removed from everything that I do every day. And then at the same time, this has been the best I've ever felt about my career in my entire life, and I feel comfortable. But I'm always wanting to do more, and now I'm prepping for the world tour. So I feel great. It's really fun, and my friends are there, my family's there. I go to Texas when I can, and it's a really good place right now. I'm feeling it.
Awesome. So last time we had you in the studio, we talked a little bit about, having an interesting experience of being a woman in the music industry. I wanted to know if you had any experiences with, like, do you ever feel like you get gendered critiques of your music? Like, for example, when you were on SNL, you had this incredible SNL performance, right? It was the most amazing performances, vocals, like the whole setup was amazing. And I feel like all the reviews next day were just like talking about like, wow, so sexual. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I get that. I think that's kind of always going to be there, to be honest. I think it's great that people are talking about how there should be a shift in that, because there should be. I see it through my album and even the lyrics and the content that my record is. It gets blurred. The lines get blurred. But to be honest, I think that's why women are becoming more independent and more strong. So all this push of everything being kind of segregated, it's us kind of coming back going, well, this is actually going to push us even more. That's why I want to keep going. That's why I don't want to stop, because eventually it's going to be my voice only. It's going to be good. I'm not going to stop until I get there.
Totally. And I mean, there's a difference between, if it's your choice, like, do you feel like you made this personal choice to have this more like sexual, like, I feel like your new album was like this sexual awakening for you. Is that like empowering for you?
Yes and no. It's no different than I feel like anyone else expressing what something is physical, which music is. Even if it's dance, it's physical. That's what it kind of makes it something that people enjoy. You can relate to it, then you can feel it. And for me, even specifically Saturday Night Live, Good For You to Same Old Love was all my voice. I was wearing a beautiful dress. I'm glad you thought it was sexy. Good. Then the next performance, I have an amazing routine that it's all lyrical, and the whole point of the song saying I can't control myself when I'm in this environment. Again, sexy, cool, but that's exactly what it is. So, I don't know. Yeah.
That's awesome. You definitely do. You definitely do. So what does 2016 look like for you? You're going to be touring, right? Mm-hmm. I want to know, what else are you already working on new music?
Yes, I've already getting back in the studio with everybody that I love, and I've been more inspired than ever, and creating the tour right now is even more surreal because I'm bringing it to life, and it's very, very genuine. The whole tour, you're going to feel so connected, and I love that, and I can't wait for people to be a part of it. So that's my focus, and getting healthy. I was just talking about working out. I have a juice. I don't juice. Maybe I say that I'm healthy, but I got a juice, and I'm going to work on that too.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. I heard, of course, next time more Mario Kart.
Yeah.
We actually had a bet going in the office that we were like, I bet she picks Princess Peach, but she didn't.
I know. Wait, that's offensive. You're talking about
No. We were like, everyone. No, I wasn't the one that said Princess Peach. Everyone said Princess Peach, but you went with Yoshi, which is like gender neutral. Pretty great.
See, there you go. Respect.
Cool. Well, thank you so much.
This is Zach Sang and the Gang.
Hey.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You want to go?
wanna go?
You go. You go.
I really had fun at this interview.
Thanks for checking out Jill's conversation with Selena Gomez. If you like what you heard, actually don't judge us based on this interview alone. But hopefully you enjoyed it and you want to check out something else. But if you're on the fence, we got some other stuff for you. Facebook.com/Zach Sang and the Gang. Or Zach Sang Show on Twitter. Zach Sang Show on Twitter. Peace and love. Spread it. Please be safe. Do not die and don't go to jail. Until next time, say goodbye, Jill.
Spread it only if you feel comfortable. That's going to be my new sign-off always.
Hello, friend. Thank you.